Boondocks is one of the greatest cartoons to ever grace the earth, full of wacky scenarios and borderline insane characters, but none of them go quite as far as
Uncle Ruckus, no relation.
He's easily one of the most recognizable characters in the show, as well as the most polarizing. Today we're taking a look at the character Uncle Ruckus and the 3 things that make Uncle Ruckus not only stand out, but be the main reason the show's talked about 20 years later. Wait a minute, 20 years? This show is old as fuck! Ruckus has been true to himself since the first episode, and what immediately separates him from most characters in fiction is his shock factor. The moment he opens his mouth, you never know what to expect. His first pieces of dialogue consist of calling Granddad Kunta Kinte and reporting a code black because, I mean, look at him. That's what makes Ruckus so easy to gravitate towards. He tries to garner a reaction from you by any means possible. You either think he's incredibly hilarious like I do, or you find him extremely offensive. And if it was the latter, hopefully we can find a pair of pliers strong enough to get your panties out a bunch. His ability to subvert your expectations is his superpower. I'm about to deconstruct it. Walk with me, team. Huey spends the episode telling you about how evil the white man is, how they're essentially poison. He ain't never lied. I mean to say, it's ironic the only hate and prejudice they experience here is from one of their own. Ruckus's character is also easily digestible. And it's Pride Month, so no, I'm not pausing that. Right away, with minimal effort, we know he don't like colored folk, which is real, cause
I don't fuck with niggas. I don't like niggas. I don't want to like niggas. I'm not into them.
He's of no relation to somebody, but that's something we'll talk about when we get to reason 3. And finally, we know he's a masterful music maker. Ruckus's introduction also instantly creates someone for Huey to clash with off the rip. He's the complete antithesis of everything Huey stands for, to the point their clashing philosophies on how they view black people and blackness as a whole lead to them actually swapping hands not too long after that. Every appearance going forward, there's no shortage of banger lines Ruckus dishes out. He's moved me to tears on several occasions, and it's always a pleasure to witness what absolutely absurd line he's gonna cook up next. I'm not the only one that feels that way. When show creator Aaron McGruder is asked about how he feels writing Ruckus's dialogue, he responds with, "It's a lot of fun. It's so big and so broad and so crazy, but we're still mindful of how far is too far." Safe to say that man Aaron walked this line with grace, because what he ended up concocting was a moment maker. Ruckus has arguably the most amount of moments in the entire show. The only person I can see really putting up the same type of numbers is Young Reezy. The man is a walking quotable. You will not walk out of an episode in which he shows his face and speaks a sentence and not hear something memorable. It's impossible, unacceptable. It quite frankly never happens. Matter of fact, let's try something. I'm gonna give you a couple episodes and we gonna see if he gets a home run. Episode 2, he reveals the fact he's got revitiligo, and that's grounds for a home run immediately. The Sunset is the opposite of what Michael Jackson got. I'm crying. If you want to go further, I got you. Season 1, episode 15. Cuz said, "If you black of skin and full of sin, come forward so I may lay my hands on you." Then started open palming people in the name of his Lord. Seconds before that, he made Tom hate black people. It was a sight to behold. He then incites a church-wide Royal Rumble to please his white God. Fast forward to season 2, when Ruckus gets his own show. It was a masterclass in comedy. Yo, he said Riley and Huey can't get on the bus because it's for children with a future. Then right after that, he said,
"Just go be rappers, get into a beef, and then shoot each other."
Yo, that was a banger, I ain't gonna lie. The comedic climax is when Ruckus gets handed his test results and he finds out he's 102% African with a 2% margin of error. Bro, that might be the greatest quote in the show, and it only gets better when Ruckus tries to live as a black man. Everything he says after that is funny and it lands with ease. It's mad underrated how much energy Ruckus can bring to a scene or episode just with his presence alone. On top of his BET show, he tried to smoke MLK with a brick. He got his Catcher Freeman story, which was a generational classic. The Exorcism of Tom, where him and Stink Meter unite to dunk on melanin abundant creatures. Bro, that was the greatest collaboration since Goku and Vegeta in Fusion Reborn. Shock factor is cool for a while, and it's the moments that keep you in the thoughts of the viewer for a while. But if you want to capture their heart, if you want permanence, you need memorable and compelling. That's where a phenomenal backstory, or in Ruckus's case, a tragic one, comes into play. Season 3's The Color Ruckus really breaks breaks down the character to an anatomical level. It looked like alchemy. It all begins with Ruckus narrating his birth, which consisted of being abandoned on a doorstep by his real parents due to him having revitiligo, only to be taken in by Mr. Ruckus and Bunny Ruckus. She wanna be a snow bunny so bad. Anywhoosies, they agree to take him only for Mr. Ruckus to abuse him for the entirety of his childhood, while his mom tries to protect Ruckus in the only way her twisted, conniving heifer mind could conceive, by telling the darky he was white, finally making sense of Ruckus's obsession with whiteness. To him, it represents escape from his abuser. It meant salvation in a strange way, knowing that even on something as surface level as race he wasn't like his father brings comfort to Ruckus, which is why when presented with the truth from his dad, his mom says, "That's not true, we found you on the doorstep, I swear." It's her attempt to give credibility to the lies she's told herself and Ruckus his whole life. The whole family outside of his father and grandmother are the same. A bunch of hating Ace of Spades shade Uncle Tom acting. I tell you, the family wicked for telling Ruckus this bull instead of being like, "Yo, Pop's tripping, now all of us are like this." You humoring his special needs for what? I will say though, Ruckus getting tossed out the house probably the second saddest moment in the show, only being topped by
I'm not too sure I have many episodes left.
The color director and the entire cast, I believe, could have carried a feature film unassisted. After really looking at Ruckus, I don't think it'd be hyperbole to say Uncle Ruckus might be a shining example of a perfect character. That's all I got for you today, team. If you want more Boondocks content where I take a look at specific characters, I just made one on Thugnificent that you'll probably enjoy. Like the video and comment what the next one should be, since I read everything. Thanks for your time, and I hope to see you in the next one. Jersey.